Hi everybody! After showing a flip through of my handmade concertina book on Instagram, I got a lot of requests how to make one. So here's a little tutorial for you how I make my concertina books. First I will give you a short overview about my books, how they look and how I use them. In 2015, when I discovered Lynn Chapman and her wonderful drawings and concertina books, I was hooked. I learned so much from her about drawing, and fortunately she also showed her process of making concertina books. So she used a large roll of watercolor paper, cut this in strips and folded those paper strips to make concertina books. I really love concertina books because you can open them up completely to see all the pages at the same time, and you can work over more than one page at a time if you want to. But it's hard to find those books on the market, and often they are expensive. So I had to try to make my own books. I bought a big roll of watercolor paper and gave my best to handle this beast. I found it very hard to work with those long strips of paper. So I started with some smaller ones and I tried different formats. Here are a few of my collage books. I made these years ago. I added ribbon to the cover so you can bind it. Very nice little books. This is a special one because it's a double one. Oops. And a book in a box. If you are interested to see a flip through of the books, please see previous videos on my channel. Those little books are very cute, but I wanted to make larger ones without using large rolls of paper. So I experimented with paper sheets instead to see if this could work. Here are a few of my larger books. This one I showed on Instagram. This one. These are similar to size A5. I really like this size to work with, but I also made a larger one to see if this will work too. This one. It's not finished yet. When your working process is really messy like mine is, it's a good thing to add the cover piece when your book is filled with work and it's finished, so you then have a nice tidy cover even if your painting process is very messy. So if you like tidy cover, then this is a good option for you. Here's a special one. For this concertina book I made a real cover with an elastic band, like most of the sketchbooks have. When you flip through, it feels like a normal sketchbook. but it's a concertina book. See? And you can work over the whole sheet if you like. To get this, I simply added a paper strip on the back side of the cover, where you can insert the last page, like this. It's a really nice feature. If you like to make books, give it a go. I really like to make my own sketchbooks because you can choose the size you like to work with. You can choose what kind of paper you want to use, and you can choose how many pages you want to add. So, what do we need to make such a concertina book? So we need paper. As I like to work with different mediums, I like to use mixed media paper like this one. It's 200 grams, not too hard to fold, and it has a very nice smooth surface. It holds a lot of paint and water. For those A5 size books, I use size A2, and depending on how many pages you want to add, use 3 to 5 sheets of paper. Okay, this is the paper. So we also need a large ruler, a pencil, a cutting knife, paper clips, a bone folder, all-purpose glue, tape. I use packaging tape made of paper. It's from a local store, so I don't have a link for you, but any kind of tape will do. Cardboard for the cover. Often paper pads come with a nice strong cardboard, so you can use this, or you can use bookbinder cardboard like this. It's about, I think, 2 millimeter thick. For this kind of book, I used 5 of these paper sheets. Okay, I have 5. Let's see. Okay, 5 sheets. So then I like to use those paper clips to hold the paper in place. Can I just here? So, okay. So next step is to use your ruler and find the middle of the sheet. Let's see. Okay. Make a mark. Then take your long ruler and your cutting knife. Okay. And make a cut through all 5 layers. Okay. So now we have 10 paper strips. Let's start folding. So take one and fold it in the middle, fold it in half, and then fold both sides also in half. So your paper strip then should look like this. Now let's do this with all of the 10, with all the 10 paper strips. Now we have 10 folded paper sheets. To get a long concertina book, we need to bring the paper together. So, okay, this is the first one. The tape. So, here is the paper strip, here is the tape, and now I add the next one, and I think it's better to see this way. Zigzag, zigzag, and then I simply bring these both together, and then I add the next piece. If you, or when you do it this way, you then later have all the tape on the back side. So do this for all 10 sheets. Okay, so you can turn your whole sheet and go over the tape to make sure it's complete on the paper. So, now let's make the cover. Here's the cardboard. Lay your book on the cardboard and use your ruler to make a mark around your book. Check if the line is straight. Okay, then I add a mark here, 5mm, and make a second line. This is the cutting line. So let's check this. Okay. Can make it a bit longer. Okay. So what you can do is measure this to your cutting line, and then it's nearly here. Okay. Straight, okay. So it's easier to cut. Second one. So let's see, okay. So turn your piece. Make a mark. Okay, great. So now you have both parts of the cover. Let's check. Okay. You can add your cover using all-purpose glue, or you can wait until the book is filled with your work and you can decorate the cover and add it later. I use all-purpose glue to add the cover, but you can use white glue or something you have on hand. Put your book under heavy books overnight and let dry. If you like to have a ribbon on your book, simply add this piece of ribbon on your cover piece before you glue the book on the cover. So like this. Then you can use this so okay, that's it. I hope this was a bit an inspiration for you to give it a go and make your own concertina books. Have fun!